The greatness of a man is not how much wealth he acquires, but in his integrity and his ability to affect those around him positively. Welcome folks, Monopoly Stocks here. Today we'll be talking about a penny stock. This company is in tobacco industry and also in the cannabis industry. Plus, the industry they are in has a huge support from Mr. Joe Biden. So stay with us. We'll be talking about the bull thesis and also the bear thesis of this company and why you should consider this company to put on your long-term list. So stay with us. I'll see you right after this. Welcome back folks. Before getting started, I would like to thank who have subscribed to us. We are already reaching 950 subscribers. We just started about 45 days ago. Thanks for your love and support. And also at the same time, a lot of people are watching but not subscribing. So please do press that like button and also the subscribe button. At the same time, if you are subscribed, please share our videos to your friends and family. In this way, you're encouraging us to do more and more videos and helping us grow our channel. So now that you have subscribed, let's get into the presentation. So we did a extensive research on this, so it is a long presentation. So if I skip anything, please look at our slides. If you want to take some screenshots, please do take them because I'll be going through them very fast. So let's start with the presentation. So the company which you are talking about is 22nd Century Group, ticker symbol XXII. The current price of this is $4.68 and the 52-week high is $6.07 and the 52-week low is 55 cents. So what does this company do? 22nd Century Group offers innovative products and technologies to tobacco and cannabis industries. The nature of their business primarily concerns the natural genetic modification of tobacco and cannabis to better suit market conditions. Their method of modification is through identifying the gene-trained makers and through breeding. Their recent innovations include high THC cannabis plant genetics as well as low terpene cannabis genetics. So what are the goals of this company? So we'll be talking about this later in the presentation also, but let's go through this really quick. So their goal with the tobacco is to make low nicotine cigarettes that help people quit smoking. The company already has a VLN, which is very low nicotine. Remember this term VLN, we'll be talking all through the presentation about this VLN product. Okay, so the company already has a VLN cigarettes which it sells to the government for tobacco research. They are currently awaiting for MRTP, which is modified risk tobacco products authorization. That is the right to sell their VLN cigarettes as a healthy alternative to high nicotine products. The company promises to roll out these VLN products within 90 days of FDA approval. So in the month of April, they had many news of this industry which rallied the stock very high. So what are some of the news? Okay, so the first news is Mr. Joe Biden administration considering to rule to cut nicotine in cigarettes. And also Congresswoman Gwen Moore adds voice of support for reducing nicotine in cigarettes, encouraging HHS Secretary to take action, save lives and end health disparities. There is also FDA commits to evidence-based actions aimed at saving lives and preventing future generation of smokers. This article is also on their website, which says 22nd Century Group welcomes ban on menthol cigarettes and anticipates further standards as FDA Commissioner reports nicotine cap on combustibles. So there are many catalysts which is coming up for this particular industry. So that's why this stock has rallied huge in the month of April. We mentioned this stock when the price was about close to $3.41, and this has rallied all the way to $6.07, which is huge of almost like 100% plus. And the current market cap of this company is about $800 million, and they do not have a great balance sheet because they're using a lot of their money in their research and development. So let's see how their balance sheet looks. Okay, and we can also see compared to their peers and see what is their enterprise value to the revenue value. Okay, so the enterprise value of this company is on a rise since September 2020. And if you compare the enterprise value to the revenue ratio to Philip Morris, it is 4.5%. But the enterprise value to revenue value for XXII is 35. So their market cap is $800 million. So if you compare to Philip Morris, their revenue should be about $200 million. So they have a lot of catalysts. That's the reason this stock is on a rise. So on the anticipation for the industry to grow whole lot in the future. So what is the current revenue? The revenue is about in 2020 is about $7.3 million, and the cost of revenue is $6.7 million, which is very huge. And their greatest challenge is to increase the revenues and also to reduce the operating cost, right? Now, let's see how can they increase the revenue. What are the products they're selling? So the three products what they have is Spectrum, Moonlight, and VLN. So the Spectrum, they use this one only for research. It's not for commercial cigarette sales or anything. So the Spectrum, they don't generate much revenue on this. And the next one they have is Moonlight. So in December 2019, FDA authorized the sale of 22nd Century Group's proprietary Moonlight and Moonlight menthol cigarettes. This has been approved and they are selling these cigarettes currently. Mr. Mitch Zeller, director of FDA's Center for Tobacco Products, explained in an agency newsletter why the FDA has approved the sale of Moonlight, which is it has the low nicotine in their tobacco products. Now let's come to VLN. VLN is nothing but very low nicotine, right? So this is the game changer for this company, but this is on a verge of FDA approval. Let's see. They have submitted this for FDA approval in July 2019. So normally for getting a FDA approval, it takes almost 2 years. In certain cases, it can take only up to 6 months. But due to Biden government supporting this particular industry whole lot, we feel the FDA approval can come at any time. And how are they prepared to launch this VLN? So this is from their website itself. So this company is fully prepared to launch VLN products. So the company owned manufacturing facility has an ample capacity to manufacture approximately 1% of USA tobacco market share, ability to triple manufacturing capacity with a minimal investment. So the 1% of tobacco market is nothing but the tobacco market is close to $1 trillion, and 1% of that is equivalent to $10 billion. So they have already a manufacturing facility which can produce 1% of it, which is $10 billion. Plus, they expect the initial rollout of VLN in the select market within the 90 days of receiving MRTP authorization from FDA. And also, they plan to build and scale VLN brand and tobacco franchise throughout the licensing opportunities and strategic partnership. They have a plan already laid out how to develop this market, how to produce this VLN products and have strategic partnerships with that. So let's see what are the advantage of XSII and also what is the market analysis they have. Currently, about 34 million American adults smoke cigarettes. Okay. So the industry to grow at 1.8% from 2021 to 2028. However, more emphasis will be on less nicotine level cigarettes. So the XXII has done more research on low nicotine level cigarettes than any other competitors. And XXII has 27 published clinical studies and also 18 clinical studies currently ongoing. So XXII is ahead of curve than anyone else in this particular industry. So now if you look at it, they are expecting to take about 60% of the people who is smoking cigarettes. If you see it, XSII claims about 60% of the users who is smoking cigarettes are inclined to use VLN products. And let's see their leadership. Their leadership consists of many individuals who are from different industries. The CEO came from Johnson & Johnson, and he used to work for Pfizer. And his CFO, Chief Operating Officer, used to work for Ray Reynolds. And his chief financial officer used to work for Anheuser-Busch. So they have a very strong leadership, and let's see what are their priorities and focus for 2021. So number one, securing FDA authorization for VLN and executing a commercial product launch within 90 days of authorization, and supporting and helping advance of FDA plan, and also continuing to target upstream segment of cannabis. So the cannabis industry is really huge. So they're also in cannabis industry. Cannabis industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. So now they are also focused in developing products for cannabis industry. Number four, initiating development of company's third plant-based franchise, a plant species that has similar genome to hemp/cannabis plant, after securing MRTP authorization for VLN. And number five, maintaining a diligent financial execution, efficient operating structure, and a balance sheet strength to support the growth initiatives. So now this company is claiming to take about 60% of the industry, right? In our closing remarks, we just thought, let's just dull it down, right? Let's assume at the worst case scenario, they can take only 10% of the industry, which is, even if you consider the top cigarette companies, which is Marlboro, Newport, and Camel, they do about $700 billion, okay? Even if they take 10% of that, it is equivalent to $70 billion within next 7 years. So that means they have a capacity to capture about $7 to $8 billion for the next year. But is it immediate? No. They're still waiting on the FDA approval for their VLN product. So once their VLN product is approved, they're ready to produce. They're all set up to do that one. Now, also, Biden is raising the taxes for the nicotine products, so which is a bull point for this company. Plus, with a huge rally in their prices, they can easily secure funding for this company. Plus, they have a huge support from the government, which they are working on reducing the nicotine levels in the cigarette, which is the government is also trying to do the same thing, right? Plus, this company has a product which no other company has at present, okay? If the FDA approval goes very well for their VLN product, they'll be ready to produce the product by Q3 or Q4. So even if they start making the product by Q3 or Q4 for next year, they'll have good revenue, okay? So which is really good for this company. So considering all this company is still a great long-term stock, and we feel in the next 5 years, this company should easily make at least 10 to 15 billion dollars. So keep this in your long-term portfolio. And also we feel this price can 35 times from the current levels in our opinion. So keep that in mind and also do your due diligence. So this XXII 22nd Century Group is a great company which you should be putting it on your watch list. And the upcoming catalyst or 22nd Century Group to host a web discussion for their first quarter in 2021 results on this Thursday on May 5th. And don't expect a great changes in the revenue from Q4 because the company is yet to do a FDA approval for their VLN product. So that's it, folks, for today. So hope we have helped you to understand about XXI. If you did, please do press that subscribe button and also the like button. And we are working on a couple of high growth stocks which will be releasing very soon. And also look out for our market watch, which will be releasing either tomorrow morning or by tomorrow night. This series has made a lot of investors a lot of money, so watch out for that. And always remember, please be good to each other. Thank you.